And this is the last video for today. What I wanted to say was this is regarding the 5.3 discussion area. You will have, so once again, you will write your draft and you will post it in this discussion area by Wednesday night. The assigned partners are going to have threads, so post only under the thread with your name. Um, be sure to respond to your partner by Friday night, okay? And then you can work on it. You will have some feedback, and then you can submit that by Sunday night. So in this discussion area, what kind of feedback should you give to your partner? Well, first of all, there's a checklist here that you can look under. It's actually on the left-hand side. When you click on the weekly readings for week 5, you will find at the bottom a checklist. So you can go over that checklist one by one. You can comment on the spelling and grammar if there are a lot, but don't focus on that too much. What you need to focus on is how did your partner develop the argument? Is it convincing or not? How did your partner use sources? Sometimes, we just slap on sources. Are they kind of nicely blending in? Are they supporting? Remember, your sources are actually support for your claims. So are those sources supporting your claims, or are they just kind of, added? So, for just because you have to, right? So look at the arguments, look at the thesis statement. Is the thesis statement solid? Does it have the points? Does the paper develop those points in the order in which they are stated in the thesis statement? A thesis statement without points is not a good one. So maybe suggest to your partner how he or she can work on the thesis statement to incorporate those points that are discussed in the paper. Look at the introduction. Is the introduction kind of a good intro into the paper? That's why it's called an introduction, right? So does it kind of nicely bring us to the topic that will be discussed, right? Look at the conclusion. Is there some kind of paraphrasing of those points that were discussed? Remember, your conclusion needs to have a paraphrasing of the points. It needs to kind of sum up your paper and your findings, okay? So you need to have that in the conclusion. Look at the citation. Are the citations done properly? Is there something wrong with the APA or not? Be sure to check if your partner has a cover page, a reference page. Okay, so those are the things that you should be looking for. Don't focus too much on, spelling and stuff like that. Spelling, we all have spell checks, so it's going to be done, unless there are too many mistakes. Grammar as well, unless there are too many mistakes, maybe you can mention something if it's really an eyesore, but other than that, focus on the structure of the paper. Focus on the paper. Focus on the arguments. You are not only helping your partner, but when we go over other people's papers, we kind of practice also on how, paper should be structured, and it helps us when we are writing our own work. So that's what you should be focusing on and doing in the discussion area with the draft of your partner. Okay, and again, if you have any concerns or questions, feel free to send me an email. Okay, bye.